Hey guys, how are you? How's everyone doing? Miss OKC, I think I got you. Um, Type something into the chat. Anisha, Ashley, how are you? Latoy, how's it going? Me and four, Camel and Bose. Sabrina Hankins, how are you? Um, Tracy Brown, Latoy, how's it going? Annette Rayford, how are you doing? Um, let's see, let me go back up to the top. Guys, I put a link in here. I mean, gosh, the chat started moving and I could not catch it. Hey, Kiki, how are you? Notification Gang, Black Dolly, Dream Cake, Steph M. Thank you guys so much. Notification Gang, I appreciate you guys. Antoinette Rayford, Nisha L, Media Hobbyist, what's going on? Dancing, girl. Guys, how do you like my artwork? I've been playing around so much. Um, so this Love Lies and Lace Fronts with the two chandeliers, that's going to be on a beach towel, guys. Um, I need to make it a little bit bigger. It's going to be like a little feature on one beach towel now, but I want to make it like the full design. So I needed to make it a little bit bigger. But guys, I've been getting like my design on. Like you would think that I'm like some kind of designer. It's fun actually. So that's why I'm late, because I was busy making t-shirts and leggings, and I found the bathing suits that I was looking for and duffel bags, and I did throw blankets and just stuff that's like, I don't, I mean, I like to have stuff like more than like t-shirts and stuff like that, but I want to make it like super cute. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you guys want. Um, if you guys like to shop like me, I guess, I mean, you might want a little bit of everything. But anyway, if you are wondering what I'm talking about, you guys have been asking for merch for a long time, and I took some time and I worked on it this week, and I've got merch for you guys. So if you are not aware that I have merch for you guys, you are now. So there is merch available and it's cute, right? If you are a member, um, there is a member discount. And if you are um, just one of my awesome subscribers, mods, I'm going to do another discount, a different discount for you guys. But right now there's like a just 10% discount, which kind of to me is usually like shipping. I don't know what shipping average is. If any of you guys are familiar with Teespring and you've ordered from other content creators who have their stuff on Teespring, then you probably are more familiar with me. I've only ordered one thing on Teespring. Wonderful Grace, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful Grace, are you a new member? You said I'm a newbie. So, um, when did you join? I don't think I've seen your name before, but welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for making it official. We are happy to have you here. Unique Monique is also a new member. And so check the community posts often because typically I am putting messages on there really for everyone, but sometimes there are messages specific to members. I can't like specifically address mods because it's like, mods, there's just no criteria, there's no drop down specific to mods. So mods, reach out to me on Instagram, but so I can make sure that you have the proper code. But definitely, in light of, it's like it's a volunteer position. I really appreciate what you guys do. And if you do want to purchase something from Teespring, I am happy to give you guys a discount code. So I really, really appreciate everything you guys do. And everyone, really, all of you that are here right now watching my videos, thank you so much. I did put up a kind of not a vlog today, but my HelloFresh meal number 2 and meal number 3, which was really fun to cook. It was so good. That penne pomodoro, if you have not seen it yet, that penne pomodoro, it was kind of like a baked ziti, and instead of using meat, the instruction was to use grated zucchini. Let me tell you, it was good, and it had like some pepperoncino, which is like the Italian red pepper flakes, and it was a little spicy. I actually did kind of have a happy accident. I picked up a thing of like crushed peppercorns, and it's pretty fresh, and it had a very peppery bite to it. It was spicy and it was good, guys. So anyway, but that was the penne zucchini pomodoro. That was really good. And then also there was a duck à l'orange and then something else, but it was good, y'all. I did do a pillow. The pillow is so freaking cute, Sabrina. Let me put the link in here again. Okay. And I am going to have a dedicated link. So I don't want to say what it is because there's some spiteful people out here. So once I secure the link, I'll let you guys know. Um, and it'll be to my store. So that'll be that on that. But if you click that link, it should take you to everything. There's like certain listings, but and then go to my community post, and there is a promo code for discount. Okay. And periodically I'll have because your girl loves a sale. So don't think for a minute that I won't have promo codes on a regular. I think I'm trying to figure out, am I going to just do a discount or do like free shipping for members? And that would be members across the board. So, if you're a member, then that's something that, there's a discount code available now, but I'm going to figure out what I would just do for long term. And then periodically I'll have different promo codes for you guys. Maybe when I drop some new stuff, then there'll be a promo code for a period of time, and then it'll expire, and then you come back and whatever. So, but if you see something that's not available in a specific color and you like it, let me know because I can always add it, or it could just be that thing is out of stock. But I did um, send off, like, bathing suits weren't just like readily available. You had to like request it. Bathing suits, duffel bags, and something else. I can't remember. Um, but I was like, ooh, those are cute. The duffel bag I thought was really cute. So I don't know. We'll see when they send me the notes back. Oh, a sports bra. Yes, super cute. Um, so sports bra, duffel bag, bathing suit, are on the way. They're not on the website now. But I did lots of colors. So a lot of the stuff on the listings are in black, but you can click on it and then there's other colors available. And then if there's colors of stuff that you like that you don't see, let me know. And then I'm working on other designs. So just other stuff that you've seen. But if there's stuff that you like, that you're like, oh, are you going to do that? Are you going to do like that emoji or that avatar or whatever? Or that phrase, like, reaction videos are about you, not for you, or just whatever, just any, let me know. Because honestly, I mean, I got so much stuff going on. Sometimes I just don't remember everything. And I try to write everything down, but I thought for I mean, I'm gonna do one of the bathing suit will have like this design that's over my head right now. It'll just be like Love Lies and Lace Fronts with the chandeliers. There might be like chandelier, like manicure emoji, so like a fun one. Because I know you guys like the manicure emojis, and that's bougie. So yeah, just fun stuff that, like, if you're in the know, you're in the know. And if you're not, like, if you just like it, it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? So if you are in the bushes and you are like low key supporter because you're here all the time and you don't like, you know, you don't like love me, but you kind of, you're here all the time. So you call it whatever you want. I'm not going to put a title to it. We don't have to do titles right now, but if you're in the bushes and you're not a hater, go ahead, go on over to my store. Go on over to the store. Go check out some merch. I promise everything does not have my face on it. I promise. Some stuff is just gonna have cutesy stuff, and that's that on that, right? So also, guys, today I'm going to make sure to post on, it's announcements time, guys, it's like Sunday at church. I'm going to put an announcement and posting up to my link. It goes to my website. So if you guys want to start sending over any questions, relationship questions, job relationship questions, there's just some girl that always looks at you funny in the copy room, if you are back to work, or some guy asked you out at work, or your manager you think made a pass at you. I don't know. You think you're like something that's not your business. Okay. Um, and you can use an anonymous name, of course, and but I'll put a link and it goes to my website, so it's just kind of a single form thing, so you can just basically send a question and it'll just come to me in my email. So it's just an easier way rather than having to look up my email or go to my about page or whatever. You can always go to my about page and email me, but if you choose, you can click and it makes it easy, and then there's a drop down like what kind of correspondence are you sending me and whatever, and then just type your question away, and then we can answer it either during a live like this, if you want to call in, or you can I can answer it in a video, right? um no, there's up to a 2x to, it just depends on what you're looking at, and it could just be because it's out of stock. So no, they do go up to I don't know if I saw 3x, but maybe up to 2x. So yeah, that it might just be that item is out. So if there's something that you like specific, I can ask their customer service and see, like, I'm sure they replenish stock always because this is like a big merch company that YouTube contracts with, and many others, or not contracts, but they are in partnership to a certain degree. So I think they're a pretty large business, and they do for lots of social media companies. So I will check and just make sure that that is comp, because yeah, of course, I want to make sure all sizes are available for everyone. So but yeah, now the men's sizes, will work also, because those are kind of like unisex, but they're not the same type of cut. Also, the men's, quote unquote men's, don't always have because the shirts don't have a sex. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird, men's shirts versus ladies, but there is a different cut to a men's and women's t-shirt. However, men's t-shirts, are definitely good too. Um, However, the color range is not the same. So that's the one thing. So specific to the women's range, there's a lot of different color choices, but the men's range, of course, is more limited, more muted, not as fun. But that's that on that. So guys, I hope you like this stuff. I mean, it was kind of fun. It was kind of something fun that I never thought I would even like be interested in doing, but it was fun. Um, and some people have ordered stuff already, and I certainly appreciate it. And I was just kind of like, wow, you guys really like this stuff. So and I ordered some stuff too. So next week, if you have not ordered, I will have some stuff. I ordered myself a pair of leggings, a t-shirt, because I was like, that might end up being some of my summer outfit, because I love some leggings and a t-shirt. Um, and I got myself, I got a tumbler, and you also know I got myself a steel coffee cup, and I got myself one of those glasses and stuff like that. And then on top of that, I'm sure I will be doing some giveaways. Okay. So have no fear. I know that everyone's situations are different, and I appreciate you guys. And if I'm going to be doing some giveaways moving forward, or when I do giveaways, I am definitely going to be doing merch now, just because it makes sense. Right. Okay. Next on the agenda, what else did I want to tell you guys? Promo code store is up. You ask and I answer, and I may have some like special stuff coming up soon, but I don't want to make any announcements about that until I know that it's confirmed. But definitely, if you guys have your relationship questions, or you've got a friend or whatever, be sure to send it, because I think that that's a great segment. And most recently we had Jessica call in, and we had Arlene like about a month or so ago. Arlene, if you're out there, holla at us. Let us know what's going on. I thought about you yesterday. So Arlene from Louisiana, Arlene, touch base and make sure to call in. Let us know everything is good with the fam. And we've had definitely some others ask for advice and things like that. And it's always nice to talk about some situations that's not just the ones that we've come accustomed to on these YouTube streets, right? Okay, so guys, where do we start? Hey K Sharice, how are you? Hi Miss OKC, what's going on? Kitten Zombie, T Lee, um, B Kirkpatrick, what's going on, lady? Buttons all day. Desretha Tatum, how are you, lady? Um, any of our guys in the house, don't be scared to go over to the store. It's not super duper masculine, and I will work on some other stuff, because I do need to make something that's like guy friendly. Um, because some guys just don't like to wear pink or coral and stuff like that. But the colors should be friendly, but I just want to make sure that the print is good. Zoe Hunter, how are you? Pineapples, what's going on? Um, so head on over there and check things out, see what's what. If you see that there's something you like, but it's not quite for you, let me know. And there might be some I can make some changes to it or whatever. Black Dolly, Dr. Amira, how are you? What's going on? Guys, I'm sorry I didn't turn my camera on today. I'm just not like, I wasn't like camera ready. I just wasn't really feeling it at the moment. I of course was feeling it to come to talk to you guys, but in terms of like how I like to show up. That wasn't happening today. Because I have been momming hard this week. So I've been really busy and trying to get stuff done. I've been trying to get content out for you guys. I got a unboxing tomorrow. I just did a 21-day update on my detox. That's going to post later today on my other channel. So guys, if you are supporting me here, I really am asking if you can support me over there. I know a lot of you guys like the tea, and the tea is fun. But as we know, I'm only going to bring you tea. I'm not bringing you like fake tea. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say on that. So if there isn't the tea that you're looking for, you know, I don't manufacture tea. Okay. So I just bring the tea that presents itself, right? And we talk about these videos. But if you are looking for something else and you want to come holla at your girl, go check me out over on my vlog channel. Um, what's next? Okay. So new bodies. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? We have a couple people on the YouTube streets have invested their coins in getting themselves some new and enhanced boobies. Okay. Specifically, been watching Keisha this week. The one main thing, any of you guys who are watching Keisha Anderson or have started watching Keisha, um, hey True, how are you? Um, Zoe Hunter, did I say hi? I'm not sure. But how are you? And welcome, welcome. Um, Keisha went and got breast augmentation surgery at the end of last week, guys. So the videos are showing now. Um, she was in Dallas, Texas, and got her surgery done. And it looks, I mean, we can't really tell, and I don't know that we're ever going to see, right? Um, of course, her chest looks very swollen, like most people do who get surgery. The thing that shocked me was that the day she got her surgery, um, it seems like the day after, she was already like, she was up and walking around, which was good. You know, you do need to get up and move around. But they went out for dinner like the next day. Maybe it was Mother's Day. Um, they're in the Dallas, Texas area, and apparently Jeremy's sister lives in the Dallas Plano area, and they went out to dinner. And I was just kind of like, my gosh, like, girl, you just had major surgery. No knees, boo. How are you? Hey, Fran and chat, supporting in the bushes today. Not feeling well. Checked out your merch, and I will be getting something. And don't forget to check the community page for the discount code, okay? Um, and I appreciate that, Noni's, but we know everybody in the bushes is not a hater. Most definitely. Friends and supporters, subscribers, members, everybody. Sometimes you just in the bushes. Like today, I'm kind of in the I'm reporting live from the bushes, Noni. I might be sitting right next to you in those bushes, right? Sometimes it's just a bushes kind of day. You know what I mean? Like I'm an introvert, contrary to what people might think. I'm very introverted at times. And I'm not shy, but I do really enjoy my own company. And the funny thing is that everyone in my family is to not everyone in my entire family, but in this immediate family, like we all kind of like our space, my husband and my daughter, even the dog. We all like our own space. And we are like good in our own little space. And then we cocoon with each other like when it's time. You know what I mean? So we could be all up on, all up under each other. And then sometimes we are just like spread out around four corners of the house. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm very much of a social butterfly. However, at times I'm just I'm someone who's always known a lot of people, had lots of acquaintances, but when I am like my happiest and most content is when I am in like my small familial group. You know what I mean? So, but I love to go out and love to party and all that, but I'm a homebody. Um, so yes, Keisha was recovering from her surgery. Um, And I mean, we really couldn't tell. It doesn't look like she went crazy with the surgery. I mean, honestly, and I know people have different feelings. Look, if she's happy with what she's done, go for it. I don't want to really say my impressions because we can't really even see from just a outward kind of in your regular clothing standpoint what it looks like. But I mean, I know she's very picky. She seems to be like a very picky woman, so I'm sure she wouldn't have done anything that she didn't feel like was going to be a good look for her. There is a YouTuber that I follow that actually a couple of years ago, maybe 2 years ago now, she got breast augmentation surgery, and she was so unhappy with her surgery. And it wasn't even that she went super big. She was like somewhere between a B and a C. She kind of had small boobies, and she wasn't like flat chested, but she was small booby lady. And I think she went to like a large B, kind of a C, and she hated it. Even though it wasn't super big, she said she felt super like, if Ty Cherie's out here, she felt super lustful tactics. Like she felt like, I think she felt like it made her look more bombshell sexual than she wanted to look, and she wasn't comfortable with it at all. And then like literally within 6 months she had them taken out, and then they just ended up kind of doing a lift for her, which is probably what she should have gotten in the first place. And that was kind of what she talked about. But I don't know, I guess the doctor, I don't want to say talked her into it, but the information she got, she thought that that was something that she would want, and got it, and then was unhappy with it, thought it was too big. It wasn't the theatrics for me talking about she almost fainted. And I mean, you just had surgery, so why wouldn't you almost have fainted? I mean, sometimes, not, I mean, I don't know what the blood situation was, but you are draining. Sometimes you're losing blood in surgery, not life threatening, but you're having surgery. They've cut you open. You know what I mean? Like you have to get your strength back up. Isn't Keisha a little bit anemic? Maybe she's disclosed that before. Um, and your body is in healing mode. I mean, when you have a surgery, your body is recovering from anesthesia. You are fixing yourself, basically. Your body is mending itself. Skin is forming, incisions are healing. Your immune system is like, what the hell was just put inside of me? What is this foreign object sitting on my chest, right? You're in pain. There's a lot going on. Why you would think to get up and go walk around and go out to dinner? Kay Charisse, um, one of our medical professionals in the house. Is that a correct assumption? If you'd like to call in and maybe give us your I'm not familiar with this case, but I am a healthcare professional of a nursing variety, and that shit don't look good. Like, girl, she could have passed out in the street. Like the place that you don't need to be is, while still in a pandemic, walking the streets with no mask on, even though I think they lifted was I bugging, or did she not have a mask on when she was in Texas? And I know Texas, you're not required to wear a mask, but you just had surgery. You are healing. You're not from here. Even though obviously you live in the United States, but the United States is hella big, right? And you are literally 1,000 miles away from home. Why you are not walking around with a mask on your face does not make any sense. Sat all the way down. Or if you were going to go out to dinner, you didn't need to be walking through that parking lot with Jeremy. Jeremy needed to drop you off in front of wherever you were going, because Jeremy was busy talking on the phone. And if, like how most men who are talking on the phone and walking, you know what I'm saying? Like, she probably could have fainted. I I told you guys about the time that I kind of like, just, I didn't pass out, but I was falling when I was pregnant. I didn't realize I was pregnant and I fell. That was one of my symptoms. You know how some people who, one of the symptoms of pregnancy sometimes is falling, losing your balance. And we were out for a walk with the dog. And in one clip of us walking, I fell 2 times. Just fell. Just like he turned around and was like, "What's wrong with you?" I swear to God, honestly, and not to shed light, like to be not I'm not playing about it. I really thought I was worried, okay? Cuz I was like, "Why like I'm falling, right?" Um yeah. It was crazy. So anyway, she didn't have a mask on. She did not have a mask on, Teely. Okay, so yeah. You know how like you just take things for granted these days. And I was thinking to myself, oh, she didn't have a mask on. Out to dinner in a city not your own. And you don't know how people are running around, washing their hands, not wash their hands. What? I would not have been doing all that unsafely, and your body is in healing mode. I mean, our bodies are in healing mode all the time anyway, right? Because we are constantly cell regenerating. Just, our bodies are living, working like little factories, right? But her body is in overtime right now because it's had surgery and some trauma, basically. That's not, girl. So it was weird. It was very strange for her to be doing that. I don't know why she felt like she needed to do that. Some people do have a hard time kind of accepting that they've had surgery or that they are ill or that they need to go sit down. I have a really good friend who did some major damage to her feet. She had gotten one of those like bunionectomies and um, actually had like a toe straightened out or something. She had like major foot surgery. And it was a couple of days before Black Friday, and she was literally in the mall with her boot on shopping. Like she wasn't in pain because she was on some good medicine. Um, but she went out shopping for like almost the whole day. And she had to get it on both feet. So she got one foot and then she got the other foot. And by the time it was like at the 1 year, her revision consisted of them having to re-break her bone in the right foot that she went shopping on Black Friday because she messed up. She literally messed up her surgery and they had to reset the bone because she did damage to the initial surgery, walking around and doing too much, contrary to what the doctors told her, which is to sit her butt down at the house and not do anything. And even though she had on one of those heavy duty boots, yeah, you weren't supposed to be walking around the mall shopping for Black Friday. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, word to the wise, if you have surgery, just follow your doctor's instructions. Usually they only want you home for 5, 7 days, sometimes even 10 days, but you got to heed what they say because it can mean your life. You know what I'm saying? Is it Betty's Secret? Hi, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Me and for Ohio is lifting the mask for people who have their vaccine. Even if I had a vaccine, I would say I'm not giving up my mask. I mean, there are times where I'm going in places and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot my mask. But immediately it's like, oh shit, I forgot my mask. I usually have a mask in my purse. Hi, once upon a twin mom life. How are you? Um, Notice boo, and why did she not know what that shot she gave herself was? Did they not walk her through like this is all of your medicines? Because she had to go pick it up, I'm sure. I've had a couple of friends, and I also had a family member who got. I've had friends who got boobs. I got friends who've had mommy makeovers. Um, uh, what's it called? Brazilian butt lift. The lipo, all of that, right? Hey, Miss Lynn, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Um, and one person, she had drains coming out of her mommy makeover. I mean, literally, they took her midsection, and it was like she basically got like a whole what's it called waist trainer put around her. Like they snatched her waist, right? Um, and she had drains and she couldn't move. Like they like basically lay her butt down. So she laid on the sofa, and her things were draining into these little pump looking things. And then we had to go back to the doctor's office the next day. They changed out the pumps. She was having to drink protein shakes. That's what they said for her to drink. So pretty much she was drinking liquids, drinking protein shakes, things like that. But she basically had a complete incision in her lower quarter, like over her stomach. They pulled up her tummy. She's had 4 kids. They pulled up her tummy. They did the liposuction. They did the back. They did all of that stuff. It was major surgery. Medications, shots to be taken, around the clock, get up, go pee, go lay down. And it was like rest, 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 and take and eat lots of protein, right? Why she didn't know she was supposed to be taking the uh the shot to I guess the blood thinners. I have no idea. She probably wasn't paying attention, but you would think when they gave her the prescriptions to pick up the medications that they would have gone through that even with Jeremy. Even if Jeremy didn't want to give her the shot, that she would have had some sort of post surgery checkout, which I'm sure she did. But like you said, T. Lee, the dramatics. Yeah, she was being dramatic. And just like when she was leaving the doctor's office, people were kind of looking back like, oh, like, clearly you're vlogging. She's in the parking deck. The lady asked her, are you vlogging? And no, everyone doesn't want to say, oh my God, I'm a YouTuber. Um, but she didn't, and that's fine. I mean, that's, you don't have to tell everybody your business like that. I'm sure. Who knows? I mean, gosh, clearly, I'm vlogging or I'm filming myself something. I think at this point in our society, when you see someone with a camera, either they're FaceTiming, if they're on their phone, they are video conferencing of some sort, be it for professional or just talking to your friends. But if you're someone's with a camera, I mean, you safe to say that they are filming themselves. Desretha, how are you? Dingbat, yes. Yes, ma'am. And she's, I hate to be rough on her, but yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, Keisha. Um, Yes. So my life in New York, yes, listen to your doctor. Last year I got operated from my nose. I had it was a prolapse. One thing, my life in New York, guys, any of you medical folks out here, does anyone who watches Jasmine, does anyone think she has a deviated septum? I have never seen someone with so much nasal problems in my life. This girl seems like she can't breathe. And I was thinking why, people reference her nostrils so much that I was wondering, is she like really struggling for air? Because with a deviated septum and she's getting limited air into her nasal passages, that could be really what's going on and why she always seems to have chronic nasal problems. And if so, her doctors totally suck, because why am I not a doctor? And at least I'm thinking to myself, gosh, something's got to be wrong. She's constantly sniffling. She's constantly can't breathe, all of that. But anyway, my life in New York. Yes, listen to your doctor. Last year I got operated on for my nose. I had polyps, excuse me. I got it removed. For my doctor said to rest and no heavy lifting. My baby was 1 year old. So I did lifting and I bled out really, really bad. Yeah. Yeah. How many people go home after surgery, don't listen to the instructions, and end up back in the emergency room within 24 to 48 hours? Do you know you are more likely to go to an emergency room right after you are discharged from? I don't even really want to talk too much about this, but what I'm going to say is this. Um, a little over a year ago, we lost someone very, we lost a family member. And I don't want to, I mean, I think this person was not in a position to really, they had a serious surgery and were recovering they were recovering well. They decided that they wanted to recover at home. And it was a tragedy. I don't even really want to talk too much about it because it is already choking me up. But we lost someone because they didn't listen to, you know what I mean? Like they were ill, you know, and they wanted to recover at home, and we lost them. So you got to listen to your doctor's orders because it can turn serious quick, and by the time the ambulance comes for you, it might be too late. So any of you guys considering having surgery, be careful with that. It's very, very serious, even with outpatient. Outpatient just means that they're not going to put you in a bed in the hospital, but you need to act accordingly and respect what happened, and because it could be your life, really. Um, I mean, look at Kanye West's mom. Kanye, and I don't know all of the situation revolving around his mother's surgery, but we know that he lost his mom going and getting a cosmetic surgery procedure, and she, you know, so it's the orders are very important, guys, super important. So Keisha, shouts out to you out there. If there's anyone out there dragging bones, do so. But please make sure to let Keisha know that we ended it with a bit of concern, because we know that there are some beautiful babies there that need their mummies, and that's that on that. Guys, I don't have a whole lot of details on Lily. I was following, but I don't have a whole lot of the detail on her surgery. But the coincidence is that she, Miss Lynn, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, you know what? I saw it come through, but I think I was just busy talking away. Miss Lynn, thank you. And thank you for making it official. I so appreciate that. Make sure to check the community board because I did put up a promo code. So if you decide that you want to check out some merch that I've recently posted, there's a discount there for you guys. And if there's something you guys don't see or you want to have, oh, I like this logo. Do you think you could put that logo on a mug or this on that? Let me know and I will do it and I'll put it right up in the store. So, life in New York, I was rushed to the hospital. So my life in New York, I was rushed to the hospital, got a second operation because I popped a vein and the doctor said that I had blood transfusions from all of the blood that I lost. So listen to your doctors when they say to rest. Yeah, and sit and be still, guys. Seriously. No, friend, she's nasty and lazy and everything under the sun. Okay. Guys, the streets are talking. You guys are like, no, 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 like no excuses here. And you know, I think also let's just take it there too. On the side of being a mom, I think sometimes I do things because um I'm a mom. You know, you just have to. And because you know your kids are relying on you, right? So that is, you know, really necessary. So look, I'm not going to even really totally address what just happened, but people are so freaking stupid, guys. Like, it's really, you know, YouTube to me is like where people can live out their kindergarten fantasies. It's really sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. It's so pathetic. Um, this is where people live out their kindergarten fantasies. This is where people live out their hateration. Um, it's really sad that look, I do commentary on YouTube channels, and you can call it whatever it is. You can call it bashing, you can call it trashing, you can call it discussing and commentary. But at the end of the day, um, I have no problem giving someone their, I hate this expression, their flowers. No problem giving the accolades or saying this, that, and the third. And there are really just some hating assholes on this platform. I'm just going to call it for what I see it. I mean, I have never seen so many damn hating ass tramps in my whole entire life. Like, a bitch can't just be like, I don't ever, like, I've never got my, like, that is not even something that I would even remotely think was fun or funny to do, is to go up in someone's chat room and do something stupid like do an emoji middle finger. Like, how fucking dumb are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, how stupid are you? But back to something you can't do, which is my commentary. Yeah, I don't have all the deets on Lily, and I'm sure whatever she got done, she probably got it done very nicely. Whatever, I don't know if she's had surgery in her past. I don't know if she got her booty done or what. But Ashley obviously is very well maintenance woman and looks amazing. So she got her surgery. I'm sure they did a nice job. Um, so I will have maybe some more details on that next week, whatever she has posted. But yeah, it seems to be quite popular in that community right now because we know Hazel got the surgery. Someone posted earlier. I missed that comment, but let me scroll back to it. Somebody was referencing Hazel E from Love and Hip Hop. Had a complication. I'm not sure. She probably wasn't listening. Hazel E also just had a bad experience. Can't do it on the cheap. Girl, bye. Don't do that. You know what I mean? You may do it on the cheap and you're going to get some great doctor or a doctor on their good day. You know what I mean? Because look, we're human and every doctor didn't get all A's in medical school. But when you go out of the country, just understand that even though, and it's not to diss any other countries, but everyone's protocols and procedures are different. Sometimes techniques that are approved here are not approved there, and vice versa. So you just have to be really careful when you're shopping around, when you're doctor shopping, basically, and make sure that you are also keeping not only just yourself, but your family in mind. You don't want your family to um, have to be, in distress because you needed a bigger, more plump booty. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, um, book your surgery with people that are going to take good care of you so you can get back home to your people. Um, Girl, there's nothing like a real booty with no work done. Zoe, yeah, I mean, I would imagine in terms of like I mean, I don't know if like not fake, but enhanced butts are like hard. Can you feel the implant? I don't know. I just know. Yeah, there's nothing like the real anything, right? Yep, she had a BBL. I think she has talked about boobies since coming to YouTube. Um, Wheezy F baby, hello, how are you? Um, okay. Naisha, how are you? Olivia Pope, what's going on? Olivia Pope, thank you for your order. I got your text. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Guys, if you have not yet liked this live, please do so. Miss Chin, I don't know if I said hello to you or not. Um, Miss Chin, it's so funny. Um, when I follow Miss Chin on Instagram, and I actually went to high school with a girl. She lives in Atlanta, and her last name is Chin also, and she is also from Jamaica and half Chinese. I don't know if you're half Chinese or not, half Asian. But it was funny. I was like, oh my God. Like I looked at your Instagram and when I didn't even realize like Chin. But yeah, I know someone, which I'm not gonna say their name right now because they actually have an association with someone popular in Atlanta. But anyway, this girl that I know, who it just kind of surprised because when I saw your cooking and I was just like, oh, okay, it just kind of like it made sense. Because Miss Chin, guys, if you do not follow Miss Chin, I don't know if your page is public or not. But Miss Chin, if you want to drop your Insta, if you want people to follow you, okay, yeah, my friend, she was of Chinese descent and Jamaican also, and I know there's like a history of how the Chinese came to Jamaica. I think there was kind of like some indentured servitude or something from the British. When the British, well, it's still sovereign to the British, Jamaica. Um, Again, another history story we could talk about another time. But yeah, so similar background, and I didn't even think about that until I saw your Instagram, and it just kind of clicked. Um, So anyway, but yeah, if you want to drop your Insta, go ahead. Miss Chin cooks her butt off and her food always looks really nice. Um yes, isn't that interesting, Miss Alexis? Yeah, it's just, it's like you have to go back to the history of how everything kind of happened. But yeah, a lot of when we see lots of different cultures in different places, um like for instance, we see a lot of people who are Indian in Guyana and certain parts of Central America, the upper part of South America, things like that. Again, the British. Um, so just interesting. It's fun to learn the history and the who, were, and whys of how certain cultures ended up in different parts of the world, and usually not by their own doing, unfortunately. But it is what it is, and that's what makes this wonderful world the way it is right now. But yeah, guys, just to really quick touch on Chrissy. She put up a video regarding her move to a luxury home with not so great credit. I was kind of like, oh, really? Really? Is this what we're doing now? She said her credit's not that bad. I almost feel like credit is either good or bad. Don't you guys? I mean, I know it can be middle grade, but middle grade is good enough. Um, and maybe she said it was good enough, but she said she also didn't want to be worried if it was like a 650 or less than 700. And I'm certainly not saying that less than 700 is bad credit, but in some people's book it is. I'm not saying that, but I thought it was very strange. Hi Sharon, how are you? Hey C Talk, Miss Alexis. I just thought it was very strange. And Amber, how are you? Um, to encourage people who are credit challenged. If that's your choice to rent a luxury home, you need 3,000 square feet, boo, go for it. I guarantee you there are people with large families who are not living in 3,000 square feet. Um, if that's your choice, go for it. You know what I mean? Okay, go for it. However, I don't know that it's the right thing to do to necessarily encourage people to kind of max their credit, because sometimes things are based on your credit. Sometimes your rent is based on your credit. If someone decides, you know what, I'm going to cushion this about 10% a month and I'm going to tax you basically because you came to me direct, you circumvented the real estate agent, and I'm gonna have to vet you out myself. Plus, I'm gonna add a 10% tax on this. That way, if for some reason um, things don't end well, I'm getting an extra month of rent out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna bump the total rent up 10%, but it's gonna probably feel like a 7, 8%. But you're not gonna know because that's the rent that I'm going to charge you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wanna be up in here. Your credit doesn't necessarily allow for that, but you're coming direct. I would think you would use the money to pay off some bills to actually increase your credit to a better state. Because to have I mean, unless you just make that much money on YouTube, by next year, but at the posting rate that I'm seeing happen, we'll see, girl. Because I mean, YouTube is very, it's just basically post and keep moving, right? You never know how things are going to happen. Um, One day you just have that viral video and you're off. You know what I'm saying? You're off and running, and it's either a viral video or your channel has just gotten, lots and lots of, it's just grown exponentially like overnight, and it is what it is. So I can't predict the future, but what I would say is this, is that it's probably not the smartest thing to do to max out your liquid when you still have financial challenges. It's only a year, and if you're talking about buying and building, yeah, buying and building would be probably finding a property to purchase or a community that is being built, um and get in there like next month or the month after. And that doesn't mean moving, guys. That means putting your down payment, because I would imagine with Rona out here and supplies and everything that goes on, I mean, on the East Coast, we're out of gas, right? Um, it takes 6, 8, 9, 10 months, and not necessarily a custom home. I'm talking about like so and so builder is building 100 homes in this brand new subdivision, right? I'm not talking about like a custom home. I'm talking about you pick your upgrades, and you pick your house and you pick your upgrades, right? That's what I'm thinking she's talking about. I don't think she's talking about like a for real um I'm going to get an architect and do a custom home. I'm thinking it's new community, brand new. I make all the picks kind of situation, I would imagine. Lola, how are you? I see you. She's not presenting the whole truth clearly. Yeah. I mean, there was more to that credit conversation, but I'm not a hater. I think anyone who has manages their own finances, whether you are, renting, have purchased, understand paying off bills, has ran into credit problems, maybe hadn't been a good steward of your credit early, but got that thing back under control, and know the effort that it takes, because it takes effort um, to, like, people say, well, nobody ever teaches people about financial responsibility. Financial responsibility is be a good steward of your money and pay your bills. That's all you have to do. It's very easy. Now, in terms of investing and things like that, those are things that people want to learn, and those are things that you're going to want to have to look into. However, at basic, pay your bills and don't spend more than you make, right? If you have hit a bump in the road, and I've had hiccups too. I mean, I had to pay off credit. I mean, I had great credit. I spent lots of money, and then I fell behind on bills at one time in my life, in my late 20s, excuse me, and my early 30s. But I got that thing back together so I could purchase my first home when I was 33. And it wasn't that my credit was amazing. My credit was like 650, and I purchased a home. So I don't know who Chrissy's talking about not having credit, and you couldn't even rent, because you can buy a house in the 600s. Now, you may not have the best interest rate. The interest rate that I had in my 30s is not the interest rate that I have at 50, okay? But at the end of the day, you grow, you learn, you become more responsible. As you get older, you start making more and more money. Is Lanice in here? Someone's saying, hey, Lanice, how are you? You grow, you learn, you start making money, right? I mean, I thought I was making money when I was in my late 20s. Um, yeah, no. I really, you know what I mean? Like, if you're in your 30s now, keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding, keep working very hard, because when you're in your late 20s now, you're in your 30s, you keep working really, really hard. When you get into your 40s, you may have doubled, you could have tripled, not even just like your net worth, but your actual earning potential. If you're working in corporate America, you are busting it out. You are looking towards, increasing your knowledge base, getting an MBA, maybe getting your bachelor's degree, whatever the case might be. You just work freaking hard. Okay. You should be making hand over fist a lot more money than you were making 10 years before. Right. Um, I just don't know why she would say it's 650 under 700. I just don't know what kind of research she's put in, but there are people buying houses all day, every day with a 650 credit score. Now, taking into account, she said she was not ready. I get it, and I respect that. But again, if you think a year from now you want to be in a home that you are building in, let's say, a new community, yeah, that is putting a down payment like no later than, this is May, I would say August or September, to be in a house by and doing walkthroughs in April. Because once it gets to be rainy season, things like that, when they get to your house, just because you put a down payment doesn't mean that they're going to get to your house. They could be going all out, but if labor is as bad as it is everywhere, I don't know that they've got subs who are building, that they're completing houses in 45 days. It's just not happening anymore. I don't see it, especially with Rona. It's going to take a while for the building industry to recover. And but we'll see. It's not my problem to worry about. What I was saying was just kind of like, there was, like Lola said, there's some missing pieces to that story. And if what you say you want is what you want, um I wouldn't be plunking down a whole lot of extra money to get an extra 500 square feet in a home that we could have hunkered down in maybe 25 or 2200 square feet, made sure we had enough bathrooms, and been trying to save a couple of bucks so that I have a legit down payment when it's time to get into that house. Hey Audrey, how are you? I'm sure it is, Audrey. I'm sure the costs are going up like crazy. Also, labor. I mean, people are on unemployment. People are not zooming back to work. And I'm, no pun intended on that. People are not like in a rush. Um, you have some people who need to sit their butts down. They need a break. They are mentally fragile after what we've all been through. They've lost family members. They've lost friends. They've been very ill. They're still feeling effects of Rona. It's very tough out here, right? And, or you still have underlying conditions, things of that nature. And, you got to, like, sometimes with these mommies, it's almost like their core person they're talking to is not savvy. Like, I think feel like they're talking to young people who are, obviously younger than me. But when I look at my demographic spans from like 24 to 74. Okay. And it's like a quarter. I have a very large segment of my subscriber base who are 24 to 35, like 30% of you guys out there. What's up? Um, what I'm saying is this: don't believe everything that you hear. And I'm not saying, don't have faith in strong mommy Chrissy, but what I'm saying is everything is not rooted in fact. And some things may be rooted in experience versus what is actual, like maybe factual and or just general or generalities. Okay. Because it just, some things just don't always make complete sense. Okay. I'm just going to put it like that because I want to be fair. Because I'm not in no way, shape, or form or insinuating that someone's trying to be deceptive. But what I'm saying is this: someone's experience isn't necessarily going to be your experience and isn't necessarily the rule. Okay. And Lola is saying, don't believe anything that comes from her mouth. I just, like, guys, like, seriously, I'm thinking to myself, so you wanted to get what you wanted and you want to build a home. Okay. If you want to build a home next year, yeah, you're going to be in there 2 years from now. If you are building, so let me tell you guys, there's a channel, I talk about this channel all the time, but I haven't really reviewed this channel and I really do need to with you guys. It's called Norp and South, KNORP and South. Okay. Anyway, they bought a home. They're here in North Carolina. They're originally from Utah. They bought a home. They've got 9 kids. Okay. 5 adopted, 4 natural kids, right? Or birth kids. I don't know what you call it, but four from their loins and 5 that they adopted, right? They love just the same. They bought a small home here in North Carolina and they are going to make their dream house, right? They just rented a house for a year. They moved into the little house because they thought that they could navigate around the contractors as they are building up and over them. And the contracting company said basically, or that they also travel a lot. So they've got a travel trailer. So they've got a big, what do you call that? A fifth wheel. Basically a fifth wheel, for those of you who don't know, it's like the size of like a legit RV, but it's called a fifth wheel because you have like a special type of truck and it clicks into the bed of like a dually type truck and whatever. So it's like a legit big size trailer, but not the type that is its own vehicle, right? Anyway, the contractors told them that they needed to, if they moved up and out of the house, basically we can go faster. So that's what they did. They just rented a house for a year And even though the house will be ready before a year is up, by the time they move in, do all the things that they need to do, be comfortable, not have to keep displacing the kids from one place to another, and basically turnkey, we're in. Um, they rented a house, and this is on a huge remodel. Okay. I will rent out my home when I go to the Caribbean in the future. I want to spend at least a year out there when the time comes. Yeah, exactly. That way, I mean, you're going to get an income and your house is not sitting empty. So in theory, it's safe, right? And it's like it's like a house sitter paying you. You know, you may have one or two rooms or your basement that's not available or whatever the case might be. Keep that under lock and key, and they have free reign over the rest of the house. And it is what it is. You kind of like move out and put your stuff into storage somewhere in your home. Hi, Rishana. How are you? CB, what's going on? Yeah, you watch Norbit's Out. Don't you love them? CB, let me tell you. So the wife's name is Megan, and I mention Megan a lot. Megan gets the business from the comment section, guys. And her husband, Mike, I mean, these are kind of, I mean, I feel like these are two of the nicest people that I've seen on YouTube ever. Okay. They're such like nice people. Okay. Now, Mike can get a little testy, but he gets testy in like super nice guy way. And I don't even think he's trying to like hold back from cussing and fussing. They're Mormon. And they're very nice people. And, when they give his wife the business, you can just see on Mike's face how upset he gets because him and Megan have been together since they were really young, and they've been married now over 20 some years, and they're just in their like maybe middle 40s. And it hurts him, as it should for any husband to feel when their wife is getting the business from the comment section, because Megan is like her own person. She's kind of artistic. She likes to paint and do artsy stuff, and they get on her last nerve. Meech and Monica, I have been seeing them come up in my feed. I have not clicked on it, but I don't even know if I'm subscribed to them, but they've been coming up in my feed lately. So maybe I did subscribe to them, but I don't recall watching their videos, but I'm going to go check it out. No, Mike and Megan are a white couple. Um, but they're lovely. You know what I mean? Like if you like Tribe of Many, you would like North and South, because it's nothing exciting. It's not going to be anything ratchet. It's going to be just like regular old family life, but it's really from the parents' perspective. They don't like have the camera all up in the kids' faces. If they do, it's because the kids want to be there and the kids are like actively participating in what is going on. They've got one child who I think has maybe some Down syndrome, I believe. I'm not 100% sure in that, but she is very able. Um, they're just a nice family. And when those kids don't want to be filmed, they are not seen. And for the most part, you don't, it's not, it's not a family channel. It's a couple who have a family. The family surrounds them. You see the family, you see the kids, but it's not like, say hi guys, hi guys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not constantly like, okay, dance. You know what I mean? Like, it's not constant exploitation of the kids, right? I think Chrissy does a good job of not really putting her kids out there like that. Clearly she's done a really good job of that, and I respect that. When her kids want to be on, or she wants to do a segment with the children, I think it's tasteful. Olivia, like, I don't know. I think her kids are around like a mommy who vlogs, right? I don't like Jasmine. I just kind of like, Jasmine, can you give your kids a break? Do they get a day off? Like, seriously, your kids are working on your channel. That's just my impression. That's my opinion. You guys think what you want. I feel like her kids deserve to get part of that check. And I don't mean just the apartment that you pay for anyway. I think that, girl, that savings account needs to be padded with a couple of bucks for them children that you feature on that channel, just as much as if you cake off Chris, yeah, you need to be caking off them twins, definitely, because the girls are typically at school when you're filming. But yeah, if you caking off Chris, I'm in, you know what I'm saying, like, you, in all fairness to your co-stars, yeah, they need to be caked off too. Tribe of Many are beautiful family. Yes, they are. I do love them. I think yeah, it's like I really do like them that I say I love them. Like, they're such a nice family, right? Um, I like them a lot. They're good people. There's a lot of good families on here, on YouTube. Just as I mentioned Jasmine real quick, I mean, Jasmine's live. I ended up finishing watching the rest of it. I was very underwhelmed. Um, Jasmine, and I'm saying this in all sincerity, no tea, no shade. Girl, you need therapy for real. Like, the general public that is tuning into your channel, you are getting ready to just like kill your channel, because it's summer. People are going through a lot. People turn on YouTube to be entertained. She's turning on YouTube for therapy and friendship. And for the most part, the 46,000 people that subscribe to you are none of those two. Okay. You guys are here to be entertained right now, right? I mean, you guys might like me, you guys might dig what I'm saying, not maybe your entertainment is coming through and shooting at middle finger emojis at me. I don't know, but it's entertainment, right? That's what you come for, okay? Um, Laying on your belly and complaining is not entertainment. It's You need therapy. You need to actually get out whatever it is you need to talk about with a professional who can give you some strategies on how, as a woman of 29 years old, that you can get your life back, that you can actually enjoy this thing called life, and also understand from a perspective of maturity that it's not going to be rosy every day, and that you were never promised a rose garden. Everything is not going to be happy go lucky shits and giggles every single day. Life is hard. But if you work hard at it and you do the things that you're supposed to do, you can have a very pleasant and happy life. But you can't be thirsty out here. You can't just accept the first dusty that crosses your path. Chris is a certified dusty, and you're sitting in a house with no money as a woman with 4 children because you are with a dusty ass man and making the money that she does, but she's not rich or anything like that. But at the end of the day, he should be adding and not subtracting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like she's had subtracting from her finances since Chris has been around. That's just a clear sign he's not bringing anything to the table. He's not adding. Like Chrissy. Yes, you're living in a nice home, but do you miss a beat whether Rod's there or not? Is he making an impact on your life? Is he adding or is he subtracting? If a man is in your life, sleeping in your bed, sleeping in your house that you have a lease for, yeah, he's subtracting. He's not adding. If he's not paying any bills, if he's not saving you any money, if you got a bigger home, um, for whatever reason, because you guys need a little bit more space, because you got a whole nother adult and you have a flexible between 8 to 10 children there at any given time, that's subtracting. That's not adding. And that's not 2021, okay? If you got 2 people in a house working, you guys should be coming up, not drawing back. Hi, Fran in chat. I can't watch Jasmine. Her content, it's awful, Della. She's like, that's why we are getting our grown woman on, and we are talking about lots of other things today. We're talking, look, for as much as some people have critique about Keisha or anything else, at least Keisha is doing something, right? Everyone's not going to do everything perfect, but these 3, these mommies, yeah, it's a mess, right? Della, why do I want to watch her make lunch? Girl, How do you have lunch containers that have been used over and over and over again that still have the plastic label on them? Like I don't understand how you are washing containers and you have not seen fit to take the plastic strips off. I mean, and if I'm eating out of some plastic that has a plastic strip on it, it's called a disposable water bottle that I throw in the trash. If I've got food containers with plastic on them, like who does that? That's weird. Okay? That's strange. Um, Urban life, and she might figure out a few things that she could use to make her day and life a little easier on. I'm not saying intense therapy, like she's cray, but I'm just saying if you are not happy, sometimes therapy is good because therapy will help you. You're talking to someone who can look objectively and who has training and can give you some objective strategies to do something that's going to help you make your life better. You know what I'm saying? It's very sad seeing someone who is not happy. And all of us know someone who hasn't made it. Everyone knows someone who died before they would have liked to. And you see someone who is really just wasting their life away, wasting time, literally wasting. Just let the concept of wasting time soak in, how precious time is, and how those of us who use every minute every day, whether it's even just to sleep and get some rest so we can get up and do it all over again, that somebody would have the nerve and the arrogance to waste time. Okay? Seriously. Um, I'm saying that as a big sis out here. Girl, you need to go and talk to someone and get you some therapies and get you some strategies, excuse me, to get your life back because it's sad. And what's going to happen is, and this is just my prediction, I could be wrong. Chris is a dusty, so maybe he will marry her. Who knows? Or he'll at least give her a baby. But at the end of the day, that's not living your best life. It's not living your best life. You're not going to be fulfilled, and you are marginalizing yourself, dealing with a dusty who isn't bringing anything to the table, and for Chrissy too, and Olivia. I'm going to just say, um, yeah, I don't know, Olivia. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I can't say. I know Jasmine. I feel like Jasmine has she has some potential. There's potential there. And I think she has a will to really want certain things. I honestly, if there was a contest for lazy, Olivia would win hands down because she doesn't want to do shit but screw. Okay? I think Olivia in she just wants to lay up. She wants to lay up, she wants to feel good, and she doesn't want to work hard. She says she was too busy to file for child support. How are you too busy? What do we see you do? Fix your hair for an hour? Put on makeup for hours? Uh be up in the pool with some guy who got problems with his hands too? Like that's what you're too busy for, to get money for your children, to secure your future? Like, do you still have that $13,000? Like, girl, like, girl, bye. You sitting up there paying for an apartment, you in an old raggedy Mercedes from buy here, pay here lot. You probably don't even have enough money reserved. Look, okay, can I say something? You have $13,000, right? But you didn't have money and you had to borrow money from your mother to pay the doctor's office, and you don't travel with a debit card, or they didn't have a ATM machine in the shopping center to go pay the bill because you didn't have the money on you, but you said you had the money, but you had to have your mom send it to you. So if your mom sent it to you, it would have still been on a debit card. So where was your debit card? Why don't you have your debit cards? Like, girl, make it make sense. Girl, you either have some money or you don't. And if you are mad because Gerard's not doing stuff, you say that you are self-sufficient. So if you're self-sufficient and you were big and bad enough to turn down $700 a month, um, girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Well, Stephanie, thank you. It's just these women talk so much and they think no one's paying attention. And maybe no one is for the most part, their core audience, because they're like, oh my God, it's Olivia. She's live. Oh my God, I got to. No, we're listening. And us grown-ups out here, us people who manage real finances, manage households, things of that nature, have done large transactions, have purchased designer bags, um, get paychecks, have actually had to work and get a check. Um, we know what it is. We know what a paycheck looks like. We know how to earn one, I mean, guys, I worked at Mrs. Fields Cookies when I was a young girl. Okay. I worked retail. I worked, food. I've waitressed. I bartended. When I was in my 20s and moved here and I didn't know anybody and I didn't have any friends, what did I do? I went and I worked at a restaurant and I bartended and I made me a bunch of friends because that's what you do when you're in your 20s, right? And also I made money. Okay. So it was fun. I've just always have been someone who always like, if I'm not going to just sit around and do nothing. Rona came, what did I do? Like, okay, I'm gonna turn on my computer. I've been wanting to do this YouTube channel forever. Now I have my time. Who out here wastes some freaking time? If you have ever seen someone take their last breath, you would never waste a minute of time because you know how valuable it is. Even if that minute of time is doing some yoga and inhaling and exhaling, you would never sit around and waste a minute of time. Never. So I don't know. God, life is too short and it's precious. You can't buy it. You could be a billionaire and you are on the same track we all are. We're born and we die. Okay? That's it. That's what we know. So, but yeah, these women, I mean, it's a lot. And I do see in the comment section with you guys, I think sometimes on the videos that I post, I mean, honestly, if it's about another topic or it touches on something, I feel like I get really good comments. You guys are coming through, commenting, talking to each other. And I mean, a lot of the comment section in live is going on right now, for any of you guys on the replay. But yeah, don't be shy about commenting because people do come back. And if you want to expand on something that someone said in the chat, do so. But I think that some of the lack of commenting has some to do with just the kind of utter frustration for these people who are so wasteful of a gift. Number one, life. Number one, the opportunity to work from home, which isn't such a big deal anymore. I mean, it is a big deal, but a lot of us are working from home, and have those opportunities to work from home, and lots of jobs have been scaled to now work from home. And for people to think that we are actually jealous, that some people are frustrated or lose interest in their programming out of jealousy, I think it's more so out of integrity, because sometimes it just becomes so distasteful to patronize what you know is not right anymore. It just becomes difficult because I think it even shows in lots of the views on some of their channels, even some of the reactions now. People are getting bored with them. So if you're bored with them and watching them, you get bored with the commentary on them. So certainly, I mean, everyone's having to shift. They're probably bored with each. Jasmine says she was bored with herself, which, you know what? Good. Good. That's a good thing, to be tired of yourself. Like, I'm just tired of me, because that is when you can actually make some real change in your life and figure out what you want. So that was actually a good thing that Jasmine was going through that. But I don't know that all of the cooning and lying to Jasmine actually helps in her chat. And what do I mean by that, Fran? What I mean by is all of the people telling her how great of a job she's doing. I mean, look, she's doing good enough, but no, she's not doing a great job. No, she's doing maybe the best, and I've talked the best she can, not the best you can or the best I can. She's doing the best she can with the skills that she has at this moment. However, the fact that she is feeling a certain way, this is the perfect opportunity for her to get out of her own way and start to make some changes and get up and do some different content. You're not happy with your content? Open up your mind and do something else. You know what I mean? You don't want to do clothing hauls? Don't do clothing hauls. But if you want to earn a paycheck and you are just like, you know what? People enjoy these make lunch videos. People enjoy this content. Get up, treat it like a job. Stop trying to treat everybody in your fan base as though they are your next best friend, because people are getting your address, they're doxing you, they're tormenting the hell out of you, and it's not the reactors. Sometimes it's those people in your chat room, of which I've had people in my chat, and then they go and then they become members over there, or they look, girl, it's a whole mess, okay? It's a whole entire mess. And it's crazy. So I don't know. I feel like there's hope for Jasmine. Chrissy, my suggestion to Chrissy, if you're running bones, tell her to stop talking about finances. Go do a basic accounting class. And I would really work hard on managing what you've got before you really, really start telling people, like almost giving people advice. Now, how to find a house, okay, fine. But encouraging people to go and rent luxury homes with poor credit is not a good idea, because they're going to be paying for that luxury home based on that credit score or based on how thirsty that owner thinks you are, and you're going to be getting taxed. People with low credit notoriously pay more, period, just because you are a financial risk. Hello, okay? Because you are more likely to not pay your bills because you have had a history of not paying your bills. So it takes time to reestablish where you are not going to have that question anymore. Jasmine, I think Jasmine couldn't get into a house because of bad credit. Girl, focus on your finances. Instead of sitting around being depressed because you can't do something, instead of sitting around buying a $2,500 dog, pay off your damn credit. So if you're not happy in the apartment, why would you get a dog that costs you more money to live because you have to put on a deposit, food because you got to feed it, and $2,500 because you have to pay for it? Why not pay Jasmine couldn't have had that much credit. You couldn't have used $3,000 to pay something off? Like, seriously? I'm just saying, guys, Susie Orman, if you guys know who Susie Orman is, she is the original, forget about credit, pay off your bills, just pay off your bills. Her philosophy was just the lowest card every month, pay something off, and pay the minimum payment, and whatever extra cash you pay off the lowest card. Then the next month, do that again. You make the minimum payment, pay off, and eventually you've paid off every card. And then once you use your credit, you pay it off monthly. Don't buy more than you can pay off. And if you do buy more than you can pay off, have a plan. Have a plan. Like American Express, you can do 6 equal payments. Okay? So if I buy something big and I decide, you know what? I want to pay this off in less than a year. I want to pay this off in 6 months, or I just bought something. I'm going to get this paid off. You can sit and you can click the 6 equal payments or however many equal payments, and you can do that, right? What's up, Walker family? I got your email back. Thank you. And I'll take care of that today. Thank you so much. Pretty Stoner, how are you? Yeah, I mean, the financial literacy is something that I think that we all grow and develop. I don't want to say all, but most of us will grow and develop as we start to increase the amount of financial transactions that we do, and we grow in our careers and start making more money. Even if you don't make a ton of money, but you have been in position to buy a home, your life insurance, things like that. There's plenty of people who buy homes with two modest incomes that equal a good salary for a family, right? Um, and the more transactions that you complete and the larger amounts of money that you're dealing with, taxes, and even sometimes having your own little home business. You sell Avon, you sell bedroom candy, your husband has a landscaping business, or you guys do whatever. At the end of the day, you become more financially savvy. Teaching financial literacy, I think, really depends on what financial literacy is going to mean to you. If you are somebody who is born with a silver spoon in your mouth and has money, what someone who does not grow up with having any money is going to be a different literacy lesson that they're going to need. I think you get financial literacy over time, the more as you grow. And it's just important and incumbent on you to pass that knowledge down to your children. When you are paying bills, when I'm sitting here and I manage the finances for my household, when I'm sitting here and Farah sees me on the computer and she knows that I am paying bills, she can come sit next to me. She knows that mommy is paying bills. That's the first lesson in financial literacy. Bills are being paid up in here. Okay? That's the first lesson. Pay them. Okay? Now you want to know how to pay them? We get jobs or we create jobs. We make money, okay? How everyone's going to do that may differ, but we pay the bills with the money that we earn, okay? And then we try to save some of it. That little that Crayola crayon that you have in there, with all the money that we put in it for you and the change, yeah, that's what you do. When I give you $5, you put $1 or $2. You don't go buy all of it with slime. You're not going to go buy all nail polish. We're going to put a couple of dollars because the week you don't do your chores, guess what? You don't get paid. Okay? You don't get your chore money. You don't get that gift from mommy and daddy at the end of the week because you didn't clean up your room, you didn't strip down your bed, you didn't put up your shoes, all of that stuff. So get busy on Saturday, get your chores done, and guess what? Mommy will give you $5 or $10, and then you take some of that and you put it in the can. You put it in your bank account, whatever. Okay, that's how you start to teach financial literacy. You also, I think, not to be materialistic, but people need goals. Oh, when you're 17, you want a car? Yeah, maybe you help your child buy a car if you can, if that's where you're at. I'm new here. I love YouTubers making sense on her platform. Thank you, 71 Marche. Um, if you want to help your kid buy a car, you start to talk to them about a car, what it looks like, how much a vehicle could cost, what payments could end up looking like. You buy them a car, maybe they have a after, Saturday weekend job, whatever, and they're paying you $100 a week, $75 a week. Maybe you're paying the bulk of the car, but maybe that money comes back to them. Maybe you don't want the money for the car because you intended to buy them the car anyway, but you save that money. You save the money and put it in some sort of a high yield, or you put it with an extra $500 into some sort of a, I don't know, maybe not a Roth or something, but some sort of high yield account. And when they graduate from college, maybe they've got a few $1,000s. Maybe they've got $10,000 that, from high school to 24, 25 or something like that. You've just been socking away diligently and helping them save for a future, maybe a down payment on their home. Those are the things that like we think about and then sometimes don't do and regret. But it's amazing how much is some of my 11 gets $40 a month. Yeah, it's amazing on how much you can save um with a little bit. We've all heard the stories of teachers who end up giving $1 million to a school system, right? That one teacher that maybe had a 35 or $40,000 salary, and they managed to um do enough to be able to donate millions of dollars to their alma mater, right? Guys, we've been on here for about an hour and a half, and we're going to finish up these questions, but you know the trolls are coming through. The person who just got blocked, look, you could come through here. Clearly, you don't have the smarts enough to come through here with like a different name. You are persona non grata up in here. I'm not interested in you being in here at all, ever. Um, and that's that. Um, let's see. Jasmine got a savings account for her kids that could afford food stamps a few months ago. Can you believe that? Um, and the fact that she has a savings account could be something that with food stamps, it's like if you've got money to save, you're not spending all of your income and maybe you need less food stamps. I mean, okay. Hover and chat, the bush is listening, still training. Hi, moving in silence. How are you? I am me. Jasmine's got yeah. My boys got jobs as soon as they were old enough. They got a sense of making money. They were handling everything for them. Like, yeah, because you know what? Look, for our sons and daughters, at the end of the day, my nightmare. Look, I didn't do that. I kind of did this in college. I'm going to just be honest, but I didn't. Um, my parents paid my rent in college. Period. Right. Um, my boyfriend used to come over, but he didn't. We didn't live together. Right. My nightmare would be somebody like trying to live off my daughter. Period. Like that would make me. That would be pissed. Right. Um, I want her to have good financial habits so that she knows how to conduct herself accordingly. There's nothing wrong with meeting a rich guy or one day her marrying a guy who can take care of her, period. But she will definitely have an education to back herself up because if your husband goes on a business trip and the plane goes down, yeah, you need to be able to take care of yourself and your family, right? And you need to be able to take care of yourself until you meet that high value guy, right? Or that nice average guy who's going to make a great salary and want to take care of you and give you babies, right? She's got to learn how to be responsible. And also that man is going to want you to be able to hold down the household. He's going to want to know that when you've got access to that account, you're going to pay all of the bills and you're going to do what's right with the money, right? Um, so I'm not just raising a girl who I want to be a wife one day. I want to raise a girl who wants to be a woman who knows how to handle her business and knows how to handle her finances. And that's the financial literacy thing to me, right? Um, so I would be if I had a son, like my nightmare would be some girl living off of him in the sense of like, oh my God, this girl's living off of him, right? Um, Miss Lynn, me too. Me too. But you know what I mean? If anyone's doing something out here that's like semi-productive and and I don't want to say and it includes commentary because everyone gets trolled on YouTube. Um, but there's just a particular sort of low vibrational, unsuccessful, hater type female that has little to no respect for women who earn their money, whether you are pulling in a shift at Walmart or you are a doctor, okay? They just have a particular distaste for people that are pro lifestyle, that want to have, do, and be more and really actually work towards being great and take pride in a family and a household and you know being a woman of some type of substance. And that doesn't mean that you just get substances because you got a husband. It's being a woman of substance, period. um you know what's going on in the world, you read a few books, um and you're interesting, right? You got something to talk about. There's just a particular type of hater female on these YouTube streets that really has a distaste and disdain for, you know, people who are on their shit, basically. Hey, New Jack City, how are you? So it's unfortunate, but stay in the bushes, get your pad and pen, because you're gonna walk away with learning something, hopefully, from the bushes. Okay, but yeah, these people who hate, it's like, okay, whatever, like they're just annoying. They just do it because they can't. It's unfortunate. They do it because they can't. They have unsuccessful channels. They can't seem to get up out of other people's channels and hit the play button on their camera and put up content, so they come through and try to disrupt people who are right. New Jack City, I am doing amazing. Thank you for visiting with us today. If you were not in the bushes and you missed part of this, New Jack, I would say go ahead and hit that back bar, because I'm getting ready to close it out. But I'm so happy you came through, and it is always a pleasure to see you and everyone who came through here. You guys are awesome. You guys make my day every time I do this, no matter what. So I appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, New Jack, go ahead and hit that bar and just slide it all the way back and start from the beginning, because we talked about lots of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this closed out, and I hope you guys have a great weekend. If anything pops off, you guys know I will be back. I will be dropping some content, I'm sure, tomorrow and Sunday. Thank you, New Jack. I appreciate that. And if, like I said, if something pops off, I'll be back live. So, and we'll just talk about it, because honestly, I feel like live is, people are coming to the lives. People want to kind of interact more than I see that people are hitting up on these videos as much. You guys tell me in the comments when you hear this. I would love to hear your guys' take on that. All of you in the chat right now, and any of you in the bushes. Why are people not necessarily going to like the produced content? Is it just the lives that are popping right now? Like, is that what you guys are feeling right now? I would love to know. So guys, let me know in the comments. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to go to my community post. It's bougie 10, excuse me, for the 10% off. And since I kind of just slipped up and said it, if you can figure it out, then maybe you can get yourself 20% off. So, and that's typically like our member discount. So, the member promo discount. So if you guys want some Love Lies and Lacefront swag, go ahead and hit up my store and go check it out. Okay. Do I still have it? Let me see if I can put it in the chat now. I should pin it. Is that it? Yes. Okay. I will pin it, guys. I thought I pinned it. That's my Teespring store. So any questions, any other colors, sizes, things like that, run it back to me. Let me know. It could be that item is out of stock. Okay. All right, guys, have a great afternoon, and I will see you. I'll see you soon. I'll see you out here on these streets. Bye.
By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. By the way, friend, I respect you as a reactor. It's all about clout.